Onside kicking it. Onside kicking it.
Heyo.
My wife says,
live?
yeah, we live. My wife says that
Just ready.
we need to keep saying it this way. Because it's
Onside
catchy.
kicking it.
Onside kicking it.
Onside kicking it, holla.
And we got bitches at the crib. Don't tell wifey. Say it again, girl.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. That's my wife, by the way. You can't see her, but she gorgeous.
Onside kicking it.
Inside.
I'm gonna half off to the side a little bit, but whatever we got. We good.
It's backwards too. When you go to move it, it's backwards. It's the weirdest thing you'll ever see.
Right?
Onside kicking it, week 7 recap. I hope y'all are having a good day. It's always a pleasure to see our co-host, Sickest Fool, in the chat. Where is he at right now? Do we know what country?
Oh, Sickest Fool. I think he's in London.
London. Where else has he gone? Spain, London, Germany. Where else?
So far, now he's on the voyage has just begun.
Yo, Sickest Fool. Tell us where you're going next in the chat, please. We'd love to know.
We'll have to keep tabs on where you're going. Make sure you're good.
So we got our homie Easy Does It. Obviously, he is the co-host, the best co-host of all time. AJ,
Turkey.
you know the Sickest Fools right here. I really think we got to do a trio, dog.
Yeah.
I think we need to do the trio. AJ, Sickest Fool, when you come back in town, we got to talk about the trio. It just makes too much sense for me. We had some...
like a little box in there?
Yeah.
Like little
Yeah,
box?
fuck it. We had another guest that came on, Philly the Prophet.
Philly the Prophet. What's
Handle
up?
on Instagram is LA2, the number 2, TLV. LA to Tel Aviv.
Okay.
Because you know he's in Israel, right?
Okay.
And he had posted Bengals -6.
Got it.
Was it -6? That was the spread.
Bengals did the job. 35-17. Boom. Easy money.
Do you notice the trend though? The first pick that everyone has came on live with has hit.
Yeah. That's right.
You notice that?
Yeah.
There's like this sense of I owe it to the people to get it right on that first pick. If you're gonna tell them what pick, you got to go through every game and like legitimately find the one that you feel the most confident in. Otherwise, you ain't doing it.
Exactly. Gene Schmink Spinks, bro. Remember we said I said the Chargers over in that game and it went under. I almost said Denver taking points. Had I said Denver to go with the points, would be nice and undefeated. But it's okay. Gotta take some L sometime, you know.
Hey, I mean, at the end of the day, bro, we still killing it out here, bro. That's the
Exactly.
craziest part.
Exactly.
You look up some of these analysts out there. I won't say names, but y'all know who we talking about. Their numbers are garbage. I think our numbers and our track record is starting to speak for itself. And I'm just starting to really believe that if you really want to, you know, jump on and play with some Monopoly money, that you want to get intel, we the guys to get the intel from. You guys killing it. Only Sickest Fool is whack, but he is tight, so it's okay. You know, you can't be whack and tight, bro. That's like a paradox or something, right? Is that the right word? Is that the right word? You whack, but you tight. I mean, I guess a girl can be that, but, you know, I don't know, Sickest Fool. Listen, man, as always, we're going to do the recap, right?
Week 7 recap.
Let's start off with Thursday Night Football, man. I feel very...
Lock of the week, I think, right there.
It was
right?
the lock of the week. It was the lock of the week. But tell me about it. Who played?
40 Saints, Cardinals. Cardinals win 42-34 at home.
So I posted a video. You posted a video. We both had Cardinals.
Cardinals.
And you know what's funny is everyone on our team had Cardinals. That was the first time that we all agreed on a pick.
D-Hop coming back. I saw your video.
Yeah. My video, I talked about D-Hop coming back. He put up, what, 10 catches, 103 yards?
10 catches, 103 yards on 14 targets.
14 targets?
Is legit.
14 targets.
Correct.
And I also talked about how there's no way they're starting off slow. So all season, I've been talking about how you want to make money, take the Cardinals, take the opposite team of the Cardinals in the first half, or the under. This was the very first time I said it's not happening. With D-Hop back, it makes all the difference. Even losing Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown was out, I still was like, it's D-Hop, dog.
D-Hop
Target
back.
hog.
They started out hot this time. Couple pick sixes.
Yeah, they did on defense.
Smoked him.
So here's what's crazy, bro. I almost, so obviously I had the Niners defense. I got Niners defense going up against KC. And I'm like, fuck, I'm looking on the waiver wire Thursday. And I'm like, man, I really swear to God, I know Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton is legitimately a schlup. When I tell you he's a schlup, I mean more or less on prime time. Now, mind you, he's in the Steelers division at one point.
Yeah.
The Red Rifle, you know what I'm talking about? And I just see him just schlup. So I looked at the stats, right? He would lost 11 road games in a row on primetime games. He has the second worst losing percentage of all time.
Wow.
.245.
Golly.
And he lost a 12th one in a row. So I almost streamed the defense. I even showed you a text message. I was about to do it. I was like, I got to do it. But then I'd had to drop the Niners, and I felt long run rest of the season, it would have made sense. But, dude, they put up, 17 points in our league?
Who,
The defense, Bengals, I'm sorry, I'm talking about Bengals because of Dalton's previous team. Cardinals defense, they put up 17 points.
Oh, yeah, the 2 pick sixes at least.
In the first half,
You give
right?
up 34 points, they put up points.
So here's the deal, dog. We knew that Arizona would start off hot.
Correct.
I had a waiver wire video 2 weeks ago when Connor got banged up. I said Eno is a must-have. What did Eno's numbers do? He put up 22 points and some
carries,
change.
92 yards and a touchdown. Yeah, Benjamin went off
92 carries on 12 touches and a tug.
and a touchdown.
So what happens when James Conner comes back?
I don't know. I haven't really been feeling James Conner this year.
I haven't been feeling him at all, bro. I drafted him fairly high, like 5th round,
Yeah.
4th round. He had 18 touchdowns last
I'm
year.
not feeling James Conner, but if you got Benjamin,
I do.
I think he might have. He might be the lead back there.
So you think it's like a Pollard and Zeke situation then? That's how I see it. I see it like Zeke and Pollard. Remember, Chase Edmonds was rocking with James Conner last year.
Yeah.
And James Conner somehow had 18 touchdowns.
And Chase Edmonds did good enough for Miami to pay him, but now he got his job swooped up by Mostert.
By most.
So he's out of the loop. Yeah.
So what do you think though? You think let's say James Conner plays. Well, look, he was practicing in the pre-roll reps on Thursday night, and now they have 11 days. I'm pretty sure he starts, right? I mean, he's healthy.
I think he's healthy. He plays.
He doesn't go through pre-game warm-ups though, right?
I mean.
And then 11 days later not play?
Eye test stuff. That game, by the way. Did you see Cliff Kingsbury and Kyler Murray how he yelled at him?
Yo, I loved
like
it.
That? Oh my god.
Loved it. He said, "Calm the fuck down."
Yeah.
If you read his mouth, he's like, "Calm the fuck down."
Yeah. Exactly. That's like.
I like that though.
It shows you, right? But that I like the fire.
I like the fire in Marine, and I
For
honestly
sure.
did.
But it made me think I'm like, well, is he trying to show him up a little bit? Because he is, bro. You know every camera's watching you.
It's
And
a
he
good
turns
point.
around and you said it right. He said exactly like that.
Yeah, he's like, "Calm the fuck down."
Like, whoa, like.
I was like,
oh shit, like daddy's yelling right
but
now.
here's the
I'm
deal
telling
though.
you, you know what I
Kingsbury,
mean?
if you look at him, he's kind of not a pushover, but of all coaches, to him that's like his Kobe.
Well, we talk about in our league, man. These coaches right now with these suspect decisions. What's the money? He's got a good job. He makes millions of dollars for being a coach. Is he really in charge? Do they call the
I don't
shots
think
from
so.
upstairs? You feel me? Like these decisions they make.
I think Kingsbury is. I think we saw evidence that that's Murray's team. It's like the Kobe of him though. It's like to him that's his Kobe, bro. Murray's making plays happen with his feet, with his arm.
You have no other receivers for anything on Arizona side. The Saints.
Oh, I didn't even see AJ. He's still typing over. My picks haven't been good. What do you mean, my guy? Fools trolling me on IG, but they love ghosts. You know what? Sickest fool. I need to go on Insta a little bit more. I don't go on IG at all, and you've been running that, so I appreciate that. I've been trying to run the Twitter and the TikTok. There's a lot of platforms, bro. So forgive me, but I'm about to make that change because there ain't nobody trolling my guy. I got you. So what else in this game?
The
So
Saints side.
does
Chris
Tyson?
Olave is the real deal, bro.
Chris Olave is the real deal.
Olave is my guy.
He's
7
the real
catches,
deal.
106 yards on 14 targets.
He's the real deal.
But then outside of him, Landry and Michael Thomas were out. And Taysom Hill is still up in there, so if you have Taysom Hill...
That was my question to you next. Taysom Hill, tight end in a lot of leagues.
If he has the tight end eligibility, he could be, again, now he's coming out to maybe a league winner, dog. Like,
Well, this is what Sickest Fool was talking about back in the day, right? So my question to you is, if you're a coach and you saw Andy Dalton, who, if he can't play on primetime, and you have stats to back this up, 12 road losses in a row officially on primetime, 6-19. They single-handedly lost that game, in my opinion, because of his poor play.
Yeah.
You have to roll with someone different, whether it's Jameson Winston or Jameis Winston. Jameson, you want to drink a shot? Jameis Winston or Hill. And look, Hill had his chance to start. Shout out to Freddie, man. That's my guy, Freddie, man. I told him, I said, you better hop the fuck on, and he did. That's my dude, man. I miss you, bro. We chopping it up after this for sure. What do you do?
Taysom Hill comes in, they score.
They did the experiment last year, remember? And he kind of failed in Juby's places in a sense.
He's not the best thrower, but you put someone in there who can throw the ball.
But it's kind of like the Tebow effect to me. It's like he can do it all.
They put him on special teams.
He's on special teams making tackles even.
Making tackles, like you got him, and unless you have Kelsey or unless you have Mark Andrews as your tight end, or maybe Goddard is there too. Unless you got one of those, like that's it.
Even
tight ends, they're so low that it's like you just have them there. So if you got Taysom Hill,
he's a must start at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't even been putting up the craziest of points the past few weeks, but yeah, exactly. The possibility that he gets thrown into the motion to start throwing, and I mean, dude, he's clearly capable of throwing.
I need him to go off, man.
I mean, I'm kind of scared of your team, to be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little bit scared of your team because if like, let's just say he becomes the QB and he actually fucking worked on himself in the offseason and he starts throwing elite balls and shit because his dimes so far have been pretty tight.
And Lamar does something, which we'll go on his game. Lamar, where are you at, my boy?
So what do you think about the Saints? Are they done?
2-5, dude. In that division, though, they're not quite out of it because who leads that division right now? I mean, it's like
Bucks. They got their asses beat. I mean, obviously you got to go to the Panthers.
Tampa Bay is in first place in that division at
3-4.
At 3-4.
Right, but I'm saying, looking at the team, do you think they're done or no?
I wouldn't throw in the towel just yet, but hey, coaching, I guess, in the NFL making that difference when there's a good coach. Like if Sean Payton is not there, and they just look like
lost,
disoriented, looks
deer
like
in headlights.
And Sean was an offensive guy, so how now is the defense all of a sudden taking such a step back now? Because now the past couple games they're getting
right. Defense. Honestly, their defense came in overrated in my opinion. I don't know if they lost guys or what, but last year they were like one of the top defenses to hold.
Now at 2-5, I don't think they're done just yet. So you don't throw in the towel. Definitely one game out of first place.
Encouraging shit.
Tampa Bay.
Encouraging shit to see was Kamara. Since his injury, bro, he's had 3 games with over 100 yards from scrimmage in a row.
Yeah, he's producing again.
But he has 0 touchdowns on the season.
Taysom Hill effect, he's getting vultured.
You think that stays the same though? No fucking way.
No, and he catches the ball. And if Kamara balls out, if Kamara keeps playing like this, he's fine. He's good.
No fucking way, right? So I got a pending trading right now.
Did you do it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I sent off Kamara, and I sent off Goddard, tight end, for AJ Brown because I got hurt, so I wanted to make sure I kept the combo, and AJ Aaron Jones, running back for the Packers.
Oh, that's a good trade.
And so I'm looking at Aaron Jones. We'll get into that game too, actually.
Yeah.
It's a good trade for both of us. Here's the deal. I made a trade. I got rid of fucking DK Metcalf Saturday evening, and I got Dak Prescott, right? So I'm thinking this is perfect against the Detroit Lions. They're giving up 30, 40 points a fucking game. Guess what? I'm in the money, bro. I got this guy playing for Hurts now, and I got a chance to ball out.
Didn't go so long this week.
Got my ass beat. I don't think I ever put up only 80 points tonight. I think I put up 85 points.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that's deflating when your team's not.
But see, here was my whole plan. I'm like, if I lose Dak, if I lose DK, I'm gonna need a receiver, and I was still contemplating on doing Kyle Murray and Ayuk for Hurts.
Which Kyler now with Hopkins back, I guess he could be he might set his game up.
And then he gets Hollywood late in the season, make a nice run.
Yeah,
I don't hate that fucking move right now, bro.
That long play could be real. Since they're on the best record, they're gonna have to be in every game. So like people fell victim to a team that would be really well in the beginning. Think of the Matt Manning,
Right.
Brady days, where if championship for fantasy football usually is week 16. Now with the extra game it's week 17. So if your team doesn't have anything to play for, if God forbid Jalen Hurts, you have him and they're undefeated, locked everything up. What do you have to play for?
You look at it exactly. You look at it like, yo, dude, we've locked up home field advantage throughout in the NFC, and it's week 16.
Correct. Like you gotta have something to play for, and then game script and all this stuff. So that's why fantasy is a lot A lot of
Where the Cardinals might be down a lot. They've proven to be down a lot. Their defense isn't top notch anymore. J.J. Watt's kind of, a little older. And I feel like they're going to be game scripted to where, Murray's got to make shit happen.
Yeah, Benjamin, D-Hop, Kyler, they might be some good players.
Yeah, because Hurts, bro, he has such a solid team that his defense can win the game for him. His running backs can win the game for him. I mean, there's going to be, games where you saw last week against Cowboys, he only put up like 18 fantasy points. He wasn't forced to run. He didn't need to, pass for too many yards against a defense like Dallas is kind of scary, bro.
Yeah, Dallas is real.
Mind you, though, that's his lowest performance on the year.
Who?
18 and some change was his lowest performance, which is Murray's average.
Yeah, exactly. He's actually way better now than Lamar.
Man, we spent a lot of fucking time on that game, but there was a lot of fantasy things in that one, so that was a good one to go through, man. What was our first 10 o'clock game?
Bengals, Falcons. Atlanta going to the Bengals. Bengals stomped them out 35-17. Shit, Philly the Prophet, good call. Philly the Prophet.
Philly the Prophet called it to a T.
Pulling up smooth, looking good in the Lambo.
This guy pulled up in a Lambo. He's doing it like that in Israel?
Like
Where
that.
was he?
Dubai? That's what the Sickest Fool said. I gotta see it, man. So I'm behind right now.
He's
I gotta
in
go
Dubai.
check this out. Oh, okay.
Okay, hold
He
on.
said, I gotta go check the page.
While we're on this topic, Easy does it. That's too easy for that to be your handle, and you need to get it going.
Yeah, I think I might create it.
Insta,
it'll be
Twitter,
coming soon, yeah.
all that shit.
Coming soon, I guess.
Coming to a theater near you.
Pretty soon, yeah.
All right,
Coming soon.
let's fucking go. Okay, so what do we have? We have this game fucked me up, and I was always
Bro, he came out here balling 34 42 for 481 and 3 touchdowns.
and a rushing touchdown.
And a rushing touchdown.
And see, I was going up against Jamar Chase and his ass. That hurt.
Wow, you were done, so.
It didn't matter who I put in.
Yeah, that was done. But yeah, from that side, the Cincinnati side, it looks like their offense is clicking 4-3. Good pick, Philly, the Prophet. Seems like if you took them, I mean, they were favored by 6.5. Easy money, over easy money.
I know a lot of people were talking about streaming Mariota. How did he end up? What was his
Mariota
numbers?
only 8 for 13, 124 yards and a touchdown. But he ran for only 6. He ran 6 times for 31 yards, so not much to speak of. Atlanta's kind of like I don't know. I thought they were good. I guess they're not good. They were 3-3. They covered in every game going into this game, though.
This was the first time they
This
didn't
was the
cover.
first time ATS that they did not cover.
That's
So,
pretty
like,
fucking nutty.
It's pretty amazing. I mean, if you've been riding them, they've been like cashing you out if you've been taking them as a dog. So, but like on their side with the running backs, it's Al Geiger carried 16 times for 50 yards and a touchdown. So he might be the guy over Huntley to have in that backfield.
Very difficult to trust, right? I mean,
Dude,
let me ask you this,
Steelers are hot. Pitts, big time bust.
and that's 2 years in a row.
2 years in a row, big time bust, bro. And in a game like that, when you're down
that much,
from
this is the
jump,
time.
They were down 14-0, they were down like 21-7. Their game scripted into throwing.
How do you not have numbers in this game?
How do you
But,
not?
again, Mariota,
3 catches for 9 yards.
Mariota, 13 passes, you said?
13 pass attempts.
How does that make any sense to you?
How? Exactly.
Does that make any sense to
I
you?
have no idea.
Okay, I have a question.
I was saying, what's going on there?
I have no idea. Do we know timetable Cordell Patterson?
I do not. I think he was on the 4-week IR, so he might be coming back in like a week.
Maybe a week or two, right?
I believe so. So, yeah.
Okay,
I-
trash
I-
game overall. They
I-
doubled them up, right?
Correct. The next one, Cleveland and Baltimore, which I have a man. What happened to Lamar Jackson, dog? What
I
happened
think
to
you're
Lamar
I
Jackson?
think you're hard on my guy, bro.
I don't know, man.
I think you got super amped
I
early,
dog. I was. I'm all
and then I
jazzed
think you're just
up.
hard on him right now.
He's gonna lead me to the title.
He's gonna lead me to the title.
He's gonna win me a chip. Yeah, Lamar, super fanboy of Lamar. God,
You
I
love Lamar. You've always had.
I have. I've always had that man crush on my guy. I like the way he carries himself. You feel me? He's a
Yeah.
good dude. He's an easy dude to root for. You see, like,
100%.
You know, I like him a lot, but that's why I'm like, bro, 9 for 16, 120 yards, no TDs. I mean, he still runs the ball, 10 carries for 59 yards, so his floor will be there, but running. But man, like, I think 2 weeks ago, if you were watching those like throws that he missed, he had a couple
Oh,
where
yeah.
he just like airmailed it, right?
You could have put underneath it, and the guy was wide open. You could have.
wide open, and he missed him a couple times, and then you just dismiss it. You're like, no big deal. But then it's like
Consistently.
right? It's consistently started to happen, and he's kind of like having a little too much on the throws or something, or I don't know what it is. Maybe he's not as, like I was telling you on the side, right? Maybe he's not as good as I thought he was. He's still going to be there. He's still going to be. He still will put up his numbers, but.
I mean, I see what you're saying, though. The last 4 weeks in our league, 15, 16, 17, 11. But, dude, one thing to
This is
consider.
4 weeks in a row now where it's not even, he hasn't even cracked 18.
One thing to consider, though. Buffalo's stout defense. Cincinnati's got good D. New York Giants have actually good defense this year. Cleveland, a little bit odd, but I felt like it was one of those games where they just wanted to basically keep the clock running because Chubb will run down your
Gus Edwards
throat.
had a good game. If you have Gus Edwards, he was the guy.
I didn't start him in my other league.
Drake had a great game the week before. He had over 100 yards, so you think maybe he's going to be Kenyon Drake. I picked up Justice Hill in our league thinking like, well, he's going to play. Maybe he balls. And he does well. But they gave it to Gus Edwards right away. 16 carries for 66 yards, 2 touchdowns.
And mind you, AJ, sick as fool, who claims he's wrong lately, he said Kenyon Drake was a fucking trap. And I felt the same way. I'm like, but I didn't know about Gus. I was like, is Gus going to play or not? I didn't play him. I saw he's playing pregame. He's running RB1 in pregame. Right. And I'm like, oh, shit. Dude, should I play him? And that was the only one I didn't think of playing.
You got Duke, did you got Mark Andrews? Which I have in a different
Yeah, that was the first week I seen him not do much.
0 receptions on 0 yards on 2 targets.
What did he have a half a point for? Tackle?
I think he had a rush for 4 yards.
Seriously?
Yeah, he had a rush for 4 yards.
So they tried to get him
one carry
involved.
for
Just
4 yards. But he had the questionable.
Oh my God, I think that was when they were doing the pitches.
Oh, okay.
Is that
Might have
would
been.
they count that as a?
Might have been.
Oh my God.
But going into the week.
Wait, did Lamar get -2 for a fumble on that?
Lamar did. No, there was no fumble. Oh, actually.
No, I don't see it.
Justice Hill lost the fumble on that. But see, you get duped in fantasy, and that sucks if you're a Mark Fantasy. If you're a Mark Andrews owner, Kima June, sorry, I think he's playing sick as fool, and I think they got a little battle. But I think sick as fool should have it up 10, having Stevenson versus New England defense.
It's still scary though, as
But
New
see,
England
Burns,
running backs.
Exactly, I'm in no team spot. You lose this week, and you're like, damn, Mark Andrews, nothing.
I feel so bad, dude. He gave me Dak. I mean, I gave him Dak and I gave him
They don't owe
DK.
fantasy, the fantasy world, they don't owe it to us to
I
say,
know,
like, right,
but-
they're playing for football, but again, Mark Andrews was dealing with a knee injury. So they were like, he might not play,
Right.
right? So you're
Right.
like, oh shit, but then he practices on Friday, he gets in, you're like, okay, I'll start.
You gotta play him. Yeah, you gotta play him.
But if he was injured and not really targeting him, he's more of a decoy out there. And they win the game, good job, they win 23-20, unders cash, took Cleveland plus the points cash. Again, as we were saying last week, I just like Baltimore to win, right? I like
You
them
did
to
say
win.
that, yeah.
And then you take the teaser over covers. From the Cleveland side, Brissett, they had like an okay game, 22-27 for 258, no TDs, no interceptions, but he was sacked.
I gotta be honest with you, bro. With Brissett, I get confused.
Yeah, I remember you telling me you don't like him that much.
Well, I mean, dude, he got 27 attempts. And mind you, the first attempt to the best receiver you have, Amari Cooper, was a 45-yard completion. And then he got 0 targets the whole first half. After that one. 55-yard?
55
Yeah,
yards.
55-yard reception.
Catches for 74 yards.
But mind you, at half, it was, I believe, 2 receptions and 63 yards. 2 targets, 2 receptions, 63 yards.
You gotta feed your guy. What are you doing? Unfortunate for Njoku owners, if you have Njoku, that
He's hurt. He got hurt.
7 catches for 71 yards before he got injured. So if you have Njoku, that sucks.
That was our waiver wire pickup. That was one of mine actually on like week 2, week 3. I just knew when they signed this guy all this money. And I've seen some acrobatic, catches being that he's in the Browns division, so I see him twice a year.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you gotta pay. You gotta trust this guy and pop him in your shit. But
Nick
with-
Chubb is a beast. So 16 carries,
Beast.
91 yards, TD.
got him in another
That's
league.
not
Love
on
him.
that one. I should have drafted Nick Chubb over Cam Akers, but it's okay. It's a
Shit,
fine
Nick
guy.
Chubb over fucking Najee Harris.
Big time now, yeah. Had I known, but
Let's get into the next game, man.
Next
What
game
the
was
fuck?
the surprise shocker of the
Is this the Bucks?
day. The Bucks 21-3. Is Tom Brady done, my guy?
You know what's so weird, bro? So
I think he's done.
he had no Julio Jones. He had no Mike Evans. He had no Godwin when he played the Packers. And they had to like bring up old dude from I think Buffalo back in the day. What was his name?
Beasley.
Beasley. Yes,
Cole
they had to
Beasley.
bring Cole Beasley on the team and everything.
Just for one.
And so I had an excuse on why they lost to the Packers. They actually kept it decently close. He had no receivers, but he's got every single weapon, including his tight ends. Leonard Fournette, running backs are there. I don't understand. What the fuck? Did you see some of his passes?
I mean,
It hit the ground and skipped to the player on a few of them.
we talk about football and we joke, man. We have fun in here, but I get like he is dealing with the off the field stuff. Like this divorce stuff is real, I guess. And like,
I know one person in particular that was going through a divorce, and I seen firsthand how stressful it was.
How
2-3
can it not?
years,
How can
2-3
it not
years of this shit.
affect your life? How can it not? And
It
again, how
does.
can we sit here again, even for me to be
It
like,
does.
he's done? Like, I mean, I just say that as a talking head. Oh, he's done. He's got only 290 yards, no TDs. He couldn't do
No
it
picks
to the,
either,
to the
you know?
Panthers.
And it wasn't on him though. This is why I don't think he's done, and this is why almost every
But
year
he had
took
Mike
an
Evans.
edge.
He asked
But
Chris
you should have seen
Godwin.
Mike Evans in the first quarter.
Oh, the drop was terrible. Oh my God. So yeah, if you had Mike Evans, oh my God, from the jump, it was like, ooh.
Bro, a lot of his passes did that though. They were like right in the palms and just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then a couple times his dude caught it at like 3rd down and 1, caught it 4th down and 1. Same thing with Aaron Jones,
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers.
Personally, not the reason why I see Tampa Bay busted one of my little teasers that was just easy money, and it was like, dude, I was dude,
No
right?
CMC.
They lost the week prior. Tampa Bay had lost.
Mayfield, yeah.
So,
coming
even-
off of a loss. What do you mean 2 losses in a row? I
They're
think.
gonna stomp them
Since
out.
the Steelers even.
Exactly, and they're tanking now. You would figure Carolina. I had that narrative in my mind. Carolina is tanking now.
Low
dude.
key on purpose.
On purpose, so they can get the next college stud who's going to come out as a quarterback. I don't know who the number one, or maybe the kid from
Pitt.
Alabama, or wherever,
Yeah,
right?
Alabama.
But yeah, I just exactly no CMC, so they throw in the towel. They're just going to stomp them out. But again, so that's where the sports books you think make a lot of money, man. Again, it's like
I mean,
market-
you own a shit ton of DraftKings,
I mean,
right?
Exactly. And
I
I'm
think
like,
this was probably the best thing you could have seen happen
that's why
for
this
that
long game,
corporation.
man. Bro, I'm gonna start like I'm gonna join the social media world, right? Like even on social boards, I have like the people that are long on DraftKings. I know them by their handle now.
Right.
Like I know them by their names, man. It's so funny, and they'll just come out. They'll give statistics on why it'll go long, and then the bashers come out there like, this is a bankruptcy junk candidate stock that's gonna go into the pits. And sometimes you're like, bro, what is really going out? What's going on out there? But if you are a DraftKings holder, if you're a long-term bag holder, you will make a lot of money. I have solid conviction on that.
There's a lot of people that watch the show that I know off as well, and they hold DraftKings.
It will, again, now I got to learn it myself to be patient, to take this all in, to not be emotional about an investment, to not be emotional about when you make a play. Again, man, this is on that preachy stuff. Much easier said than done for a brother like me. I get, you know this better than anyone. We've grown up together, man. Like, it's very, there's an old saying, right? You show me a good loser, I show you a loser. And it's like, yeah, that's true too. But then there's also that you can lose with humility too. You can lose with grace. You can lose with like, hey, good game, man. You were the better man today.
Well, we
Like,
always say it, man. We hate losing more than we enjoy winning.
Absolutely. 100% stamp. Exactly. Because I read that before too. It was that Jordan quote. Winning, it's almost like winning feels good, but it's almost like it's what's supposed to be.
Right.
It's
like
just
you expect that.
Expect that. That's
Right.
if you put something on yourself.
Yeah.
Like I expect to be good.
You expect it, so
correct.
it fucking doesn't feel as good.
Correct. When you lose, something is wrong in the universe, man. Something in the cosmos are not aligned properly for me. Right?
Mercury's
It's
in
like-
retrograde.
Correct. And then that selfishly, we all think that the world revolves around us. Like, bro, get up, boo boo. You got to take that, medicine. Like, come back stronger. So I mean, where we go off topic, that like,
Well, no, I think it comes down to, although the Bucks lost and fucked up a lot of your parlays, in the long haul, it was actually really good for the company you own a lot of shares of.
That's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Correct, exactly.
Yeah.
Because that's not slowing down. As
That
we
ain't-
said, it ain't slowing down. The proposition might not pass this
They
year. Prop
definitely-
27. You guys vote yes on Prop 27. But even the CEOs of FanDuel, of DraftKings, they kind of like accepted it's not going to pass on
Right.
this ballot,
Right.
but it will in 2024. And
Couple
that shit-
years down the
exactly,
road.
it's not slowing down. But even on that tip, when you hear every one of us, like our friends, oh, I use DraftKings app, I bet on there, and dudes just like to do parlays, man. Dudes
Yeah.
just like to gamble.
Prop
And
bets.
and it's fun. He puts a little action on there, and I don't know many people that are beating the house, right? That are
Right.
like, oh, I'm a consistent winner doing this. That's why it's hard. So even if we
I
go
think
up into something,
it comes down to the same shit in almost everything I've done in my life business wise. Risk management.
facts.
If you can survive to live another day, then you have the opportunity to hit.
Facts.
And when you're doing prop bets and shit like that, bro, you gotta expect, hey, I'm gonna lose a few $100s every week. That's fine. I lose that. But eventually I'm gonna hit one of those that are gonna pay for the whole season
Exactly.
of these same prop bets that you
Well,
do.
it makes you wonder. People be selling their picks out there. There's dudes on Instagram,
Yeah.
there are dudes on whatever platform they have, and they sell their picks. And if they hit, good for them. They
Right.
get a following, they blow up. And if it's like if they're right, if they're good at their craft, they're gonna win what they put down. And eventually, if you get enough people right, that like, oh man, this dude's good. Like
Oh, yeah.
right? he's good. And then you take on that, like we talk about it. You got to have that persona that I think separates the. You want to be humility, humble, be
Yeah.
like gracious. But then at the same time, if you're winning, if you're putting your blood, sweat, and tears into this stuff, and you're like, dang, there's a way where, right, Monopoly money it up, where you can go
Yeah.
wager a shekel or two out there,
Fuck
right?
yeah.
You're like, oh, man, like,
100%.
there's something to
dog.
be said. And if we out here, we're just trying to help. We're just trying to tell you what we think or give our advice. and then
Yeah,
we
at
take
the
it
end of the
forward.
day, man, we're here to give you what we're experiencing.
What we would do. And
This
you
is
know,
entertainment purposes by all means. But at the end of the day, we're riding. We're trying to see how far we can get with this. And we've had a phenomenal fucking year so
and if you
far.
followed it, the picks, and it was like, oh man, you're right. Like you guys keep winning more than you lose. It's like, okay, well, maybe we
Facts
maybe
on
we
facts
got
on
something over here,
facts.
you know.
Facts
Anyway, yeah,
on
out of that
facts.
game, I mean, that was a boring game. No really stats.
What do you
to
think
speak of,
about-
man.
what do you
Mike Evans
think
still had
about-
9 catches, 96 yards?
Yeah, what do you think about Devontae Foreman? I mean, I thought that was pretty fucking crazy. You know, I went against him and big.
Oh, actually, yeah, he
Bugsy
was.
picked him up, dude. And it was like,
Yeah,
was it
Foreman.
Hubbard? Was it Foreman? And you know, he had no Miles Sanders, so I get it.
Oh, okay, that's right.
But he started Sony Michelle and Foreman. No wonder he wants Kamara so bad.
Foreman did actually go off 15 carries for 118 yards. 2 catches
Bro.
for 27 yards. He might be that guy, man. Yeah.
He
Over
might be a
Hubbard.
fuck around and be a league winner. Because look, as much as you want to throw in the towel as a fucking as a squad to get a good draft pick and all that, you still have to understand that there's players, individual players that are playing for their livelihood.
Yeah, true.
And Foreman kind of showed me, yo, bro, I'm trying to be in this league.
Yeah.
Because you know he was on Falcons at one point, having to back up, and Cordell Patterson ended up getting that gig. Remember that? He used to be a
that's
Falcon.
Right, yeah.
What's up? Next game.
After that was Detroit, Dallas. That was your dang. Womp, womp, womp.
Detroit and Dallas.
As we said it last week, though, Dallas was the play.
Yeah.
Just take them to win. Spreads get tricky, but
Yeah, we both
24-6.
like Dallas. We talked about money lining it, I think, right?
water's clutch. Gotta have my water on deck. I got a cotton mouth, man. Sometimes you film.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes it happens, bro. And this shit grows from the ground sometimes. So I know, you know.
You like calling that?
We in Cali though, so we good.
It's legal here. Exactly.
We in Cali. You know, I haven't smoked in fucking 2 years.
Really? No, good. It's a bad habit, man.
2 years,
it's a bad
bro.
habit. It's definitely a bad habit, but it just puts you in line. It puts the shoe in sometimes. You know, it's like that. For if you're jumping off the walls a little bit, I felt like if the whole world smokes a little bit of weed, the whole world might be a lot more chill of a place. But
Hey, I'll be honest with you, bro.
Good for your health.
You never hear someone smoking too much tree and hurting someone
Ever, man.
in the car,
Ever.
driving, the whole 9 yards.
Exactly.
So who
You can have
knows?
to get preachy on it, but I will. It's all good. We will preach positivity and love. The message of love, man. The message of just that my boy helps me out when I'm upset, when I'm down, I'm losing. You can tell me like naturally, man. Don't. It's all good. You put these negative vibes out there, you're gonna be negative, man. And you're
Words
absolutely right.
are spells.
Absolutely right. And I know it sounds
They
sometimes
are.
cringe and it sounds corny and tacky, but it is true. Because on some shit like
As long as you believe it, as long as you believe it, you know what I mean?
Absolutely right. Because again, you can only go off of what you feel. If an individual genuinely, right, like says
Yeah.
something nice to you or compliments you,
Sure.
and you're like, wow, that was really nice of them,
Real
and you
shit.
might leave that kind of walking away like, dang, that made me feel good inside.
100%.
And you can do that for someone. It's like you know what,
Deepak
man?
Chopra, Seven Spiritual Laws of Success, talks about give a blessing. Doesn't have to be a present. Doesn't have to be, it's the law of giving and receiving. You don't give in order to receive, but you give with pure intent.
Yes.
And you really do brighten up people's days, man. I love when I hold the
Well,
door open
something,
for
yeah.
someone and they're like, oh my God, thank you so
That's what I
much,
was going to bring up because you've been sick as fool. My little bro, man, and my baby sis, they're my light, they're my love, and they'll tell me on this a lot of help hold the door open for someone and they just walk by, or they just walk in, right?
Yeah.
And they don't
Don't
even
even say thanks sometimes.
acknowledge you. They don't even so much as go like, right? You don't have to bow down and say thank you, sire, pull out the red carpet and say thank you so much. No. But even that simple as much as going can make someone feel like, oh, but then it's a funny way, like.
Yeah, it makes
if
you
they
feel
don't,
like it was almost
as
worth
a joke,
it if
right? You want to be like, I should have pretended to close the door on him, and startle them a little bit.
That's fucking funny,
What?
and I'm telling you right now, we're doing that for content
Like we
purposes.
said, man, yeah, we will. We'll bring you some content.
That's
man.
fucking funny
Because
as
that-
shit.
my
I
brother
never
and
even
sister
thought of
said
doing
that's
that.
the point. I love them so much then because they would school me on this, man. Like, see, you have this misplaced anger yourself that you're dealing with
Yeah.
because who cares?
Yeah, at the
Who
end of the
cares if they
day,
don't say what's up to you or they
that's
don't
the-
say hi. That's standard.
that's where it comes into pure intent.
Exactly. Everyone's
You
dealing
gotta,
with something.
you open the door not to get a thank you, but to be courteous.
Correct.
If it bothers you that they don't acknowledge it,
You should have never done it.
then you're not there yet. Yeah, you're not there. You
Absolutely.
still gotta channel that.
Yeah.
I agree with that
That's
to the
what we're saying.
fullest.
We'll practice. We'll preach the message of love and positivity.
What we got on this game anyway, dude? What the
Well,
fuck
that
is
was
this?
upsetting, man. I mean, if you had Dak Prescott,
I had
take
Dak. Shit pissed me off. Zeke, he vultured Pollard. I hope, and I know it won't happen, but I fucking hope Pollard gets traded somewhere. The guy can be an RB1 on any league, in my opinion. He averages fucking 8 yards a carry damn near every time I see his stats.
12
I got him
carries,
in
83
another
yards.
league. What did he have?
12 carries, 83 yards. Zeke, 15 carries, 57 yards. But the 2 TDs. But Zeke's
Just
the-
both TDs.
Zeke's the bulkier guy.
I understand that,
You
but
know?
Pollard's getting that shit too. I've
No,
seen
yeah.
Pollard get on those
Eye
fucking
test
third
is
and ones.
like Pollard's the
Yeah,
better
bro.
runner. But they still pounded out with Zeke. Bro, and if you're watching that game, it looked like he got his knee.
I thought he was
destroyed.
done. I texted everyone.
Done.
I was like, dude, Zeke's gone. Pollard's in, starting running back.
Knee destroyed.
That's it.
Comes
And
back.
somehow
Like,
he's just a fucking
like
ox.
nothing happened. That's a new ox, bro. Like,
He's an ox.
Bull, dog.
CeeDee Lamb didn't do much of nothing.
4 catches, 70 yards.
You know what I was pissed off about? Pollard. Pollard had a relationship with Dak. Now, there's one person I had on my team. On week 3, I think it was. It was Noah Brown. He's a rookie. He's
But
he,
5 catches, 50 yards.
but bro, in the key clutch situations, 3rd and 4 to get a first down, this guy was getting Noah. All those catches you look at, bro, look them up, bro. Most of them were like first down getters, bro, on 3rd down and short.
Oh, he's going to him. He trusts him.
He's trust this guy. I don't know where it is, but I think he saw something with Cooper Rush, and Cooper was like, "Yo, this guy's the truth." Because a lot of the times Noah Brown was in the game and not Pollard. I'm sorry, Gallup,
Gallup.
not Gallup.
Yeah, Gallup. If you had him,
I had him.
0 catches.
I picked up
Big
Gallup. I'm
boost.
like, okay, I got Gallup and Dak, dude. Let's fucking go like old time.
Yeah, you thought the Cowboys players were gonna shine, but nope. And then Amon-Ra St. Brown. It looks like the Lions little circus is over. That
Yeah.
little parade of like a lot of points. I mean, they got shut out by New
Patriots.
England. Now only 6 points. I mean, Dallas' defense is really good, but to get shut out.
In their defense, man, they don't have DeAndre Swift, which almost suited up, so he'll be back. They also lost St. Brown for a while.
Concussion. He might be.
But that was the first game back, too, though.
Yeah, and concussed right away. So.
And then they got this rookie that's actually on my IR right now. What's his name? Jay. I want to say Williams.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Oh, I'm on the wrong league. Okay, here it is.
Sam, are you watching Samir Popal? Oh,
Jay Williams. Yeah, I was right. Jamison Williams, rookie receiver they drafted. He's a fucking beast, bro. He hasn't played yet, but he was a absolute beast, and he was in Alabama, bro. First round pick from Alabama.
Okay.
So I got him stashed away, thinking that this guy's gonna come up. And now that St. Brown's kind of dealing with injuries and now a concussion, I'm starting to feel like, man, hopefully I can get some little secret wide receiver in the mix, bro. But Goff is trash, bro.
Yeah, that was a bad game. He had 1 point on fantasy.
How do you trade away Matt Stafford for Goff?
Dan was going up against Don and had the brother matchup there, trying to knock off the undefeated Don. Don Apocalypse.
And what was the score? 75-88 or something?
Oh my goodness, just a trash score. We're talking about that. The points against the Downey Boy gonna get another victory going against the lowest scoring.
Don has very low points scored against him.
Hey, you're getting lucky, right? You gotta just
Hey,
you gotta
matchup is
compare
half
it.
this battle, bro.
Matchup is half the battle.
They
And
traded up
outside
to
of
get him. They say he's the next OBJ talent. You talking about Jay Williams from Detroit, right? I'm telling you, bro. I've had him stashed, man, hoping he's gonna be something special, bro. So I hope you're right, bro. But he's supposed to be a beast, bro.
Hope you don't be somebody.
Next game. We're so bad on time right now.
Giants.
We are getting stuck on every game.
Oh, we'll go fast, huh?
Giants.
Jags 23-17. Giants win.
I've been saying it all along,
I don't know
man.
why they were the underdog. If you had them, good job. I thought that was easy play. Giants +3, take that.
Everyone
tease
was
them up.
suspect on that one. I said that was, as of right now,
But I
that was
am
my lock.
happy. The one fantasy, okay, we'll go fast. Fantasy, Barkley's the beast, bro. 24 carries, 110
Consistent
yards.
as they come.
Jones is not bad, man. Jones is like kind of showing. He had 200 yards passing and he had 100 yards rushing
I looked at Daniel Jones as a stream,
that week.
and I was like,
Would've been a much
oh,
better
man.
stream.
Oh, my God. I
He's
think he
coming
put
in-
up 33 points yesterday.
He's
in
definitely
fantasy
streaming.
world.
Definitely streaming. Matchup wise, possibility
From his legs.
Yeah, this dude Darius Slayton's good for because they have no receivers. He got 3 catches, 58 yards, and a touchdown. But yeah, basically Saquon Barkley, and that's it. On the Jag side, I'm very happy about what happened with Etienne and James Robinson. That situation. James Robinson didn't. This is the first time in his career he didn't even have a touch, not even one touch, no carries. He was targeted one time, where I think the play that he did have was called back on penalty. So logged in no catches. It looks like that backfield
It
now
is.
is completely
Etienne.
Etienne's.
Now, he did have a weird cough-up fumble
He did.
into the end zone, so I wonder if that changes
But you
anything.
know what,
but
though?
what happened after that? I didn't see.
He still had 14 carries, 114 yards, and a
But
TD.
what happened after that one, though? Was that, like, in the middle of it?
No, it was in the first half, and
First
then
half?
he was worried that he was like, oh man, they might not have confidence in me.
Right.
Ripped off like a 50-yard run, like one of the first plays of the second half. And he even said it was very uplifting for him that the coaching staff believed in him, and they said, you know what, we all fumble, we all make a
It
mistake.
happens,
We know
right.
we can't do that, but they trusted in me, and he balled out, the second half too. So
And yards per carry, he's looking pretty
He's a
nasty.
beast,
and he's
man.
in the receiving game, too, no?
correct. I mean, this game he only did have 1 catch for 5 yards on 5 targets, but he would
That's
be
what
the-
I saw. It was 5
he's the
targets
pass
and 1
catching back.
catch.
But I mean, again, if you have Etienne, it's looking good there.
Yeah,
too. I mean,
upside's
he's
there.
the upside's there. He's
Upside's
every
there.
down back, so I mean, it's looking good there. Christian Kirk for Jags, 7 catches, 96 yards. So
What about Ingram? Ingram, I think Evan Ingram, man, from the Giants,
Oh,
old receiver.
yeah.
That was him
Revenge
going
game.
against his old team on
four
tight end
catches,
day.
4 catches for 67 yards on 7 targets. Yeah, if you're again that weak on the tight end position, Evan Ingram might be your play.
I think that Evan Ingram is a really solid streamer right now, only because of game scripts, number one, and number two, his athleticism alone. You're streaming someone, and you don't have too high of a ceiling. You have a low floor, but there's really no ceiling with him. He can get a couple tugs.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, realistically speaking, he's killed it in New York when he was healthy.
Oh yeah. He couldn't stay on the field.
Couldn't stay on the field. Next game.
Next game, the Indy-Tennessee game, boring game, 19-10.
I really just don't know what to think about the Colts, bro.
Matt
Like,
Ryan's done now, by the way. News came out, they benched him now, so he's
They
done-
legit-
he's done
legit
for the
benched
season.
him, huh?
Benched him. He has a shoulder injury, but the coach came out and said either way, that shoulder injury or not, he's done for the rest of the year. They're going
which,
with
you know
this
what's so
guy.
bizarre to me about that?
Hmm.
Just last week, they went to 3-2-1, and he had 0 turnovers that game.
And he had a big number, and that's why that game duped me.
I don't understand,
This
though.
game duped me. This game goes over. I would,
But I don't understand, like, what did he do this game that just showed them all of a sudden?
division games, always got to be hesitant about division games. They're always going to be close. But 19-10, man, yeah, dude. 33-44 for 243 and a touchdown with 2 picks. And the picks were bad. If you were watching the game, they were just like the blatant, just like not
I
comfortable.
mean,
in the
I'll be
pocket.
honest, week 1, I saw his feet, and I was like,
Yeah,
I even said it on the
he's
show, like,
washed.
he looks like he's
No, he's washed. He's done. Again,
But and what's fucked up, dude? Have you seen their offensive line?
terrible.
It's got to be the worst offensive line in the fucking league right now.
Terrible. Jonathan Taylor only 10 carries for 50
That's why.
yards. Yeah, I see, but the fall from grace is real there. I mean, last year he was the
This year,
RB1.
number 1 draft pick on a lot of
Number
boards
two.
with Matt Ryan going.
Yeah, it's like unbelievable. The receiving, Paris Campbell, 10 catches, 70 yards,
Looking
11
decent, man.
targets.
Guys looking good,
Uh,
man.
Mike Pittman is good. But yeah, man, if you have Jonathan Taylor, it sucks because like you didn't expect this, or you didn't expect Matt Ryan to be so bad. He's done. Derrick Henry is still a beast, so 30 carries, 128 yards.
That's
You
3
got
games in a row over 100 yards
King
rushing.
Henry. I was wrong on King Henry, and I was wrong on Chubb. These boys are beasting, man. Like on that.
Oh, he got his money, now he can chill. And Derrick
Yeah.
Henry said, nah,
Yeah.
I'm trying to be the great.
Yeah, that's it. No receivers to speak of, but that's about it for them.
What are the Titans now?
Titans are 4-2. Yeah, Mike Vrabel's a good coach, man. Dude's for real. Another trap game. Green Bay is Aaron Rodgers done.
Nah, man, did you see his rookie dubs?
21-23, they lost.
But did
you're
you
right.
see his rookie dubs,
A lot
bro?
of drop
I mean,
passes.
3rd and 1, 4th and 1. Like, it was like, he
Lot
even
of
at
drop
one point, you
passes.
read his mouth, he's like, what the fuck are we doing?
Aaron Jones, free Aaron Jones. You traded for him. I mean, 9 catches, 53 yards, 2 touchdowns.
That game looks mysterious, though, because here's what fucked me up. I was even talking to Bugsy, bro. If you look at his 8 carries, 23 yards, so he had 6 carries for 18 yards in the first quarter. And then he just was gone until the second half, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? Did he get hurt? And I just didn't know.
What was going
And
on?
then finally they just started throwing him the ball every time because the goddamn receivers couldn't catch shit.
Yeah.
And his receiving stat line is what saved him. He had 2 receiving touchdowns.
So you're saying Devontae Adams was kind of good?
Fuck,
Might
man.
be missing number 17 over there, man. Yeah, there's
I still think they need to
receivers
trade
that-
for someone, man. I heard rumors about Claypool possibly, and then now those rumors got fizzled out. Like, we're not even shopping Claypool all of a sudden. So I don't know what the fuck to expect, but he clearly needs somebody, bro, that's capable. You know, you're putting a lot of pressure on this rookie. Lazard ain't the guy.
Yeah, they need something. They need an upgrade for there. Otherwise, you're a Green Bay fan.
MVS they
Sorry,
lost. They lost
Sorry,
to
Justin. Sorry,
Adams.
Nathan. Sorry, Uncle Joe. Packers look like. Because even if they make the playoffs, you know what I mean? Minnesota's running away with it. They're on bye, but Minnesota's 5-1. Even if you like make the wild card, they ain't scaring nobody.
No, they need
They
to
ain't scaring nobody.
scaring nobody. They 100% need to trade for a receiver. I think it's known at this point. But who would you go after? You're gonna get OBJ in his later end of his career. I don't think that's enough for them.
Yeah, no, they're not gonna move the needle. You got
Deshaun Watson just got picked up. I mean, come on, you guys. He needs a receiver.
Yeah, you gotta just get something. But on the Washington side, no Carson Wentz.
You heard about Deshaun Jackson got picked up,
Oh, but from Baltimore.
right?
Yeah.
You can't go and do that though. And OBJ, Deshaun
No,
Jackson,
no,
these
no.
are not the guys
Bro,
you
you need a
need.
chain mover. You need a guy that beasts out. That can just
You need a
Devontae
6'4".
beast. That is Devontae Adams, exactly.
I felt like Claypool was actually a good fit for them.
Yeah, but now you might be if you got Terry McLaurin, you might be liking life now because it looks like he's back. 5 catches, 73 yards.
I think
touchdown.
Heineke is just way better than Wentz.
way better, man. Wentz is just trash, dog. Like not to hate talk shit. I mean, way better than I ever do, but he was just not good at football.
Heineke bounced
anymore.
back hard though too because he threw a pick late,
Yeah.
and then he ended up coming right back and threw that touchdown.
201 yards, 2 TDs.
Go up 2 scores, bro.
They got Brian Robinson, 20 carries for 73 yards. But yeah, outside of that, it looks like Washington's much better with Heineke than with
It's crazy. Brian Robinson really took over that role.
Yeah.
You know, Gibson's still going to be a thorn in his side.
And Gibson still catches the ball. He had a touchdown receiving.
That's what I'm saying. He's going to be a thorn in his side, but if you look, man, he got 20 carries, bro.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's what you want from a running back.
Not the greatest of stats, 73 yards, but
20 carries you'll take.
yeah, bro.
And next was
Opportunity.
another low-scoring game, nothing to speak of in fantasy with the Jets beating Denver 16-9. Russell Wilson was out, but he was completely busto before. Jerry Jeudy 7 catches, 96 yards. Sutton nothing, 3 carries, 3 catches, 23 yards. So you got Denver's offense again. We said that before. It's just tough, man. Nothing to speak of really. Like.
Bro,
Even Gordon has 11
Denver.
carries, 33 yards. Latavius Murray got in the end zone, but 8 carries, 24 yards. Just don't want nothing to do with Denver. But
So
on the-
what's up with the whole Russ Wilson? Is he hurt or is he?
Yeah,
So his hammy's hindering him technically?
yeah. So his hamstring's out. He shouldn't be out too long. We'll see. I think they have a bye
I,
next week.
I
so-
felt like they were like, let's say you got a hammy injury. Let's sit you out for a little bit. Let the shit cool off. Let's put in this guy and hope he balls out. And then, we'll go from there. Because it just was out of nowhere. He finished the game.
Yeah.
It's not like he.
Rippion's not good.
No.
Denver, their season is lost. But the Jets 5-2, and if you have Breece Hall, this is the messed up part of this game, man. This is the messed up part where
Is he out for the
he's
season?
not he's done for the
out for
year.
the season,
He's
ACL,
looking
right?
at ACL injury. Breece Hall. If you guys had Breece Hall, and if you got him late, you were probably on a good team. Like, or, I mean, how do you say, like, if you drafted well, if you your first couple rounders were the stud wide receivers, or you do have like the McCaffrey of the world, and you have Breece Hall, your team was probably doing well because that dude's a beast. Like,
Yeah.
I was trying to trade for him, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was trying to think of whatever package I
I
could put.
fucked up.
Imagine something else.
I fucked up. I had Michael Carter. I thought he was the guy.
Yeah.
And then Breece Hall took the backfield over, so I
Correct.
finally dropped Carter, and now
And
that's going to be
Carter's
the number one
gonna
waiver
be,
wire.
he's gonna be the number one waiver wire, but
I still think it's overhyped, but he's going to be the number one
correct.
based upon
Like,
workload,
he's not good.
as explosive as Hall.
He's not Breece Hall. He'll get the volume and he'll become the RB1, but you have to. If you're in a league with like a waiver, if you're in a league with a waiver wire, you're probably going to use your number one waiver wire. If you're in a fab league, you're going to have to contemplate how much of your fab you want to use.
Stop.
Because again, he's going to be the number one back, but he's not Breece Hall. So
Kobe.
he's going to be the number one waiver wire though.
Come on, Kobe.
The biggest pickup. Yeah, that's it. 16-9 for that game. The next one was Fantasy Gold. If you have Josh Jacobs, my guy, the Raiders beating the Texans. And that was, I think, was an easy call, knock on wood. Easy,
Which one?
Easy. Raiders. Just take Raiders to be over. Easy money. 38-20. They stomped them out. Derek Carr went down early. It was like an injury. You thought he might be out. Where you're like, that might take away your Devontae Adams. But Devontae Adams still does his thing. 8 catches, 95 yards. But Josh Jacobs was the story of the Raiders. 20 carries, 143 yards, 3 touchdowns. If you have Josh Jacobs, you probably won. Man, sorry, Toddy. That's a bad beat. I'm going up against our boy Toddy. Thought he had it in the bag at that point. When I'm watching that game, I'm like, man, it's a wrap. It's over. You're going against Josh Jacobs. It's done.
Man, I don't know, bro. I look at it like the Raiders, they had a bye week, so did Houston.
Desperate
I feel like
team.
this
But
is
that's
the
not a
time.
desperate team, man. You gotta like.
Right, but I mean, Houston just desperate. I mean, I guess they're
Yeah,
going to the
it's
town maybe possibly too. But I feel like this is the time where the Raiders can kind of get that
run.
reset on that bye, that
Yeah.
reset. You know what I
We
mean?
talked about that last week. There's
Oh, wee! Of course we're
Hey,
talking about
yeah.
your Raiders, Jay Bird.
Jay Bird 314 in the building. What's up, baby?
And does the 314 stand for you I love? Jay Bird, you I love.
We talked about that last year. Hey, the Raiders are not dead yet. They have that.
They're not.
They have the soft part of their schedule coming up. They rattle off 4 or 5 wins in a row. I mean, they're right there. On the Houston side, nothing to speak of, man. They suck. Everyone. Oh, it's Damian Pierce. That guy's good. If you got Pierce, he's a baller. 20 carries, 92 yards. They use him a lot. He had 4 catches for 25 yards. He's their bell cow back, which you don't get in fantasy now. But outside of Brandon Cooks is kind of a bust. 4 catches, 46 yards. So, like I said, Houston is not much to speak of.
I mean, I think it's also someone to consider using as a trade bait. You
Maybe,
look at Pierce and you're like, dude, you really want a Texans running back that's 1-4?
Correct.
Maybe that's a guy you can use to
Sell high.
Yeah, sell high after a game like that based upon what you just said volume wise, and get yourself a solid wide receiver if you're lacking in that department, or even a decent running back, but also you need depth. So maybe you get a WR2 and an RB2
Yeah, it might not be a bad idea.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, on the sell high tip, that's true.
on the sell high.
I stay
That's
away
what
from
I'm
running
using.
backs on bad teams, exactly, because they're never going to be in a game flow.
Oh, Jay Bird said pie, huh? You little genius, you
Oh.
little sexy mathematician.
The number that just goes on forever.
Fucking infinity. I love you for infinity. Oh. Jay Bird, little pie, huh? Fucking
So
Einstein.
faded. I'm so faded.
So faded.
Those side note stories, man.
Oh
Me
my
and Jay
God,
Bird
bro.
Just, man,
Spotlight.
Bro, it was very overwhelmed. It was a very funny moment, though. You'd be very kind of blitz high, and you would walk into the Foot Locker, and you kind of don't know where you are, but you're kind of looking at stuff, and you just feel like right at the center, like, does everyone know that we're high right
Oh,
now, man?
for sure, dude.
Everyone
That's the
knows,
constant
dude.
thing. How old were you guys? Probably fucking 20? 21?
High school, fresh out of high school.
Oh, yeah,
man.
20,
Get
19?
some knuckleheads around,
Teens.
Got 5 on a blunt, dog. Let's go. You feel me? Like,
Hey,
oh my
do they
God.
change the song nowadays? Like, you know how I used to be like, I got 5 on it.
I was just saying that the other day.
Is it like I got a dub on it now?
I don't even know what.
I got 10 on it? I mean, what is 5? A Nickelback? What does that get you?
You can't get no 5 stacks no more exactly.
There's no such thing as like seeds and stems anymore. You know what I mean? It's like you can get like fucking give me a 5-pack of Nickelback of seeds and stems. Everything's kush nowadays, bro.
Yeah, the dispensary is all legal now. You know, that was a game we should have got in, man. Legal dispensaries, man. I'm sure they're killing it, bro. But anyway,
Fuck.
next game, see the high Chargers must have been high, man, because the Chargers doing Charger things. They win. They're
This is
4-2.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde of the year for
In
me.
LA, getting stomped out by the Seattle Seahawks.
I still don't know what to understand and take from Seattle. They were kind of like the Falcons to me this year, where it was just like, you know, both 3-3, you know, who wins, who loses every week. They're putting up fights. Geno Smith's playing like he's trying to get to the Pro Bowl.
27, inflation adjusted. Oh yeah.
Inflation adjusted. Exactly. I got a dub on it, right? It's no longer I got 5 on it. We should remake that song. I got a dub on it.
Oh my
Smoking
God,
on that indoor
man.
weed.
Oh, no, bro, these stories, man, they're taking me back. I was just saying someone else. Me and Jay were, bro, cousin Sal, man.
Oh,
Dude that
cousin.
we
Ooh,
we would get our little
Cousin.
$10 together. We get our little. This guy would roll up like an 8.
Oh yeah, back to back,
And we'd be so happy. But then he would do this thing where like I'd be in the back seat and then he'd just be like this all on. Like, what's up, cousin? How you doing, bro? What's up? Jay was like, this is so funny.
Bro, I just spoke to
Oh,
him. I just spoke to
man.
cousin like
So
fucking
Cousin?
yeah,
Cousin
bro.
Sal?
Like yeah,
Cousin?
like 2 months ago tops, bro.
That guy's a good dude, man.
Yeah, bro.
Cousin Sal.
He's
Cousin, I swear I was
supposed to come
battling
follow
with
me,
Matt
bro.
Liner, bro. At USC, I was gonna be the quarterback, bro.
Hey, speaking, you know, he played quarterback in one of the park leagues I was with. Bro, we
he was
balled.
funny Dude, man. He was
We
funny,
balled
man.
out of control. He had an arm, bro. I ain't even gonna lie, bro.
Yeah,
He had an arm.
He's a good dude, bro.
Kicked off his back foot corner to corner, bro. I was like, yo, dog.
The energy, the terminology, low key,
Yeah.
and secretly. Remember secretly?
Super.
Secretly, this guy sucks, bro. You know, like low key, he kind of sucks at football, bro.
Oh, I fuck with Sal, bro.
He's a good dude. That game. So what happened, bro? How the Chargers lose like that? But hey, man, Eckler, beast. If you have Austin Eckler, 9 carries, 31 yards, touchdown, 12 receptions, 96 yards. And
You're talking about Eckler right now, which was almost expected. I'm talking about Walker right now, bro. Didn't Walker have 2 tugs?
Kenneth Skywalker.
Kenneth, yeah, he had
23
2
carries,
tugs.
168 yards, 2 tugs.
168 yards and 2 tugs.
Sorry, Sam. My cousin Sam is watching, bro. Sorry, my guy. I'm playing him, right?
Yeah.
You see that score right there? He had it projected. Eckler and Walker. I got
Oh,
my running
gosh.
back. Oh gosh! Like I thought it was over when he caught the.
Why does he only have 15? Oh, that's his projected.
Because he got Herbert.
No,
tonight.
he put up 31, and Eckler put up 37.
Correct. Well, I had Mark Andrews. Look at that goose egg Mark Andrews gives me.
And it didn't
Lamar.
even matter.
And I'm like, damn, dog. Like,
Wait, so hold on a second. Hold the fuck up. So you hit me up in the morning talking about I lost in all 3
I was
leagues.
projected to lose, man. I was
Projected to lose.
Well,
Listen to
wait,
this.
wait.
Hold the
Wait,
fuck on. So did you win 2 out of 3?
Well, 1 so far, 1 lost, 1 lost 1. Projected to win now. Here.
Who does he have left?
Khalil Herbert. And he's
So
down
he's got
by.
Khalil Herbert against the Pats.
He needs to score 13.5.
He's got the RB1B.
2. Yeah.
Really RB2, but we'll give him that
Against
because he
the
does
Pats.
get some chunky yards.
So should.
Against-
You never know what the should.
How many points do you have?
I have about like a 14
point lead. Yeah, you look all but
13.6.
that's a bad beat if you lose that. Put it that way.
Correct, that's why. But
So
for that
Montgomery's the
game,
guy.
I mean, yeah, for the Seattle side, man, that Seattle offense is humming. Like, you got Skywalker, he could be a league winner for you.
But they just lost DK Metcalf. Are they gonna really hone him anymore? I mean,
Yeah, we'll
shit.
see.
DK was at least a dude. They had a double team and keep the middle open for Walker. I wonder how he's gonna do with more men in the box.
But
Because wasn't
Herbert,
Lockett down at one point too?
yeah,
Didn't Lockett was questionable?
I think so.
It was
He
questionable.
finished the game, 7 catches, 45 yards on 8 targets. So Lockett's doing his thing. He's producing.
They are banged the fuck up.
Yeah, and then Keenan Allen came back and played, but for only 2 catches, 11 yards. So I don't know if they got the bye, so I don't know if his injury came back up or not. But yeah, I mean that's a high scoring game. Herbert's still doing his thing, 293, 2 touchdowns. So yeah,
Man, Seattle's in trouble. That means, bro. I can't wait to look at who they're playing next week. I got some some ideas on those.
Next, we have KC in San Francisco. KC came in there and dropped the wood on San Fran. Did a good job. I talked to him about that. I was like, yo, I like KC a lot, man. Like, they were favored by 3 in the week, and the Christian McCaffrey news comes out, so the money only goes towards San Francisco. It went from 3 to 3, 2.5, 2, 1.5, 1, pick 'em. I'm like, honestly, this public money, that again, where the Joe public is just.
I'm gonna be honest. When I heard CMC was coming, I don't even care how many times they put him out there. It's a running back, so he knows what gaps he's got to run through.
He does, but he doesn't know the offense fully. You know, he has to get acclimated into the system. You know, he was out there, he played, but again, it's like, but then Mahomes off a loss. You gonna bet against Patrick Mahomes? They just lost the week prior, right, to Buffalo, and then nailed out here. And it's like, okay, count us out. Like, yeah, y'all got to trade, but again,
I'm gonna be dead ass honest with you, bro.
Against Pat Mahomes taking it home.
I'm gonna be dead ass honest with you, bro. I definitely was feeling the Niners, especially after getting CMC. I even actually kept my defense on the Niners defense in both of my leagues. And was like, dude, that you get an extra energy and a vibe like that, where you got the fucking arguably the best running back in the league right now in your squad. That's gotta make the whole troops rally. And
they just against all else.
Everyone else but Mahomes off a loss.
But the superhuman, Pat Mahomes. I mean, he's still ball.
49ers D is in shambles for sure, bro.
423, man. Pat Mahomes.
I think that was the highest point total KC put up all year.
Yeah.
Even Juju actually started balling for the first time this year.
7 catches, 124 and a touchdown. Kelsey still does his thing, but he's the tight end one. The news there was that Pacheco kind of actually now is the starting running back. But it's a committee. With Pacheco, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and McKinnon. McKinnon actually might have the most snaps.
I said it last week. Remember I said Pacheco, whatever you want to call this guy, next year, 100%, he's going to be the leading rusher, I said. That was my bold prediction of next year.
Yeah,
because the way this guy moves, bro, he's like shifty, but he's strong as fuck, dude.
Yeah, he's good. So, but I mean,
potential.
You need one of the running backs to go down for something to happen with Pacheco and Edwards and like.
Yeah, I'm saying next year, mind you. I'm saying next year this guy gets drafted in the 3rd round or higher, because by the end of this year, I think he actually does take over that backfield.
Yeah, George Kittle is back. I mean, he has 6 catches, 98 yards, and a touchdown.
Don't you think that was so weird on tight end day? Kittle and Kelsey, they matched up, of course. That's the league for you. I love that. And they had the same catches and same yards. What are the fucking odds of that?
Oh, I didn't even realize that. That's some eerie shit.
What the fuck, right?
Yeah.
On tight end day.
On tight end day. 6 for 98, 6 for 98. You can't make that shit up.
What the fuck? I thought that was the trippiest thing I ever seen, bro. I was like, whoa, did I see that wrong? Because I have Kittle on my other league.
Kittle had TV, but Kelsey didn't. But yeah, wow, that's trippy.
Bugged out, right?
Yeah, but yeah, anyway, it sucks if you have Deebo Samuel because it looks like his value goes down with McCaffrey there. Because he was running a lot.
Yeah, well, he got opportunities to get carries. I still think, I'll be honest with you, dude. I think this is a buy low on Deebo, because Deebo's been doing really not Deebo things as of the past few weeks.
Hi, Kitty.
Oh, look at who we got, Kovu over here. What's up? You want to make an appearance, Kovu?
Hi.
Say what's good.
Nice down, Kitty.
Yeah, great job, little guy. Come on.
I'm a cat man. I love cats, man. I mean, I was always a dog person, but now
I know ain't none of you guys want to see his little butt, though. So let's keep this one out here. There you go.
I have 2 black cats. 2 black cats and a pit bull.
Oh shit! What'd you just call?
No, I have 2 black cats and a pit bull.
Why they gotta be black cats?
2 black cats.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like personality-wise.
No, my kitties. My baby gatos.
But yeah, dude, I thought that was fascinating. That just ironically, same catches, same yards. I thought that was a trip. But I think this is a time where buying Deebo low actually makes sense if you need wide receiver help. Like if you have, you know, DK Metcalf went down, or you have, I don't know, you got one of the top dogs in the league, the Diggs, the Cooper Kupps. I think this is like a time where you're like, yo, dude, let me get this guy Deebo and figure out a way to get him for cheap, because I feel like the same thing everyone's thinking. You're getting a low ass price on this guy right now.
Yeah, it could actually be.
And I think it's only going to help their run game, which is only going to help them open up more in the passing game. And I still think end arounds and Christian McCaffrey taking wildcats. I think this is the thing that Shanahan does, because Shanahan, his dad coached Ed McCaffrey on the Broncos. Now his son, who probably attended those games and knows his dad really well, just got his son. And there's going to be some crazy, weird chemistry on just the love of the game since both of them as children probably going into the game and knowing each other. There's something deeper there, bro.
Yeah,
And I could see some really creative
Yeah.
offensive plays being done up with that team now.
That offense in the future is going to be,
Right?
hitters.
Right?
Like the last game was your Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins, 16-10, which knock on wood make the second half bet in the moment. But this game cost me because if you had the over, you thought like easy money, 13 points in the first 5 minutes. And then Pittsburgh got like a point in the second quarter too, but then from the second half, 0.
This is why I never touch my team.
No team scored in the second half.
This is why I never take Monopoly money on my team. But bro, for the first time this year, it just seemed so clear to me. I was like, over for sure. Pickett's gonna ball out. He's looking for this stage, and our defense is getting better now that we got Minka back and a couple other DBs back.
Najee 17 carries for 65 yards. He finally had like a decent game running. Nothing to really write home about.
What concerns me with Najee? So first of all, he looked better on some of his runs. Like he was making harder cuts, making more miss, falling forward. Like he was like getting to be like Najee of last year. But what concerns me about Najee is his fucking field awareness. Like his vision is super suspect lately, and I don't know what it is. It's like, bro, I'm like bounce it outside, oh my god, and he cuts inside, and then it's like, don't cut inside. He does the opposite. It's like when you have a clear lane where everyone sucks in, he doesn't bounce it outside anymore. And then the times where they have like an actual play that's like a pitch instead of him cutting it inward, he's just like, fuck, dude. He's just not doing it.
Full-blown bust yet, but kinda. I mean, he's probably the most disappointing first-round pick.
That Liz Frank injury is a serious thing. They took out the plate 2 weeks ago on his shoe. I think that I saw more explosiveness.
Yeah.
But I just don't know.
Not bad.
I just don't know about the vision is where I'm tripping
Yeah.
out.
I
wanna see some
holding
vision.
on to him. I still think he will do better in the coming weeks. But
I'm still buying.
off that happens, so I hope
I'm
he
still
does.
buying super low on Najee. If not even just for my heart, but I'm buying low on Najee. One thing we got to talk about right now is Freiermuth from the tight end side of things. I mean, he missed.
75 yards.
Yeah, and he missed a game from a concussion and left early. But other than that, bro, he's pretty much not put up any duds. He's been a super safe floor. And I think Pickett is the best thing that could have happened to him.
Yeah. The receiver Pickens, 6 catches, 61 yards, and a touchdown. He looks like that. Their connection is looking good.
P said, I'm done. Oh, yeah, you must be, dog. I see you, baby boy.
MVP.
Pepe. So let's talk about it, though.
Miami looked good. Miami looked good. They got 2
I'll be honest with you, they did.
Well, in the beginning. It just
In
looked like
my-
they scored early and then they just took their foot off the gas.
No, in my opinion, the
Most
Steelers
good.
defense made some phenomenal adjustments.
But they dropped 4
And they had fucking Sutton drops.
Actually, you're right.
I mean,
Tua
he
was
didn't
trying to
do
give
it
that
all.
game. Yeah, he was trying to give that game away, dog. He was. See, watching it live, he was let's say 4 drop passes, interceptions.
4
They
dropped
were like,
picks.
dude, my guy, like those are game-changing plays.
Bro, Edmonds Dolan missed one. Sutton had one off his hands. It
Yeah.
was just like, yo,
Yeah,
guys.
what are you doing? It makes you think, like, what's going on here, dog?
Here's the
Are you
weirdest
trying
thing
to
about
give
this
game
game.
away, my dude?
Here's the
What are
weirdest
you
thing
doing?
about this game. What was the spread?
Dolphins were favored by
7.5.
Yeah, they went by
And
6.
they're up 16-10 in the third quarter. 4th and 3 from like the 38-yard line.
Oh my God, we talked about that and just passed it up to make
They
it
went
2-0.
for it instead of going
this
up by
is-
9.
This is just egregious. I don't know, I'm like shifting off to the side. No, it's egregious, dog. That's the word. It's like what these coaches are doing is mind-numbing. 16-10, you're right, pass up a,
2-score game at home
and it was 4th and 3.
if you make that.
It wasn't 4th and 3
inch
inch.
it.
Argue if you want to the 4th and inch it, but even then, take the points. Bro, 4th and 3.
4th and 3, and you have a chance to make it a 2-score
Doesn't
game.
make any sense.
And mind you haven't scored since the first quarter, for the most part, besides another field goal.
What do they got?
Their
on
field
them?
goal kickers made-
What do they got on them?
The kicker made 3 kicks, though. It's not like he's missing or he's hurt.
But what I was getting the Benzema, what do they have on them that makes them? Who? The fix? But who? Is it the coach? Is it the owner of the
I think
team?
I think it was like in the heat of the moment. They're at home. They're up 6. Like fuck that. Let's just go for it right now. And they jumped to the line quick, and they just didn't
Yeah,
get it.
because the game, like, that doesn't make any sense. If you want to win the
I was
game,
confused.
In Herm Edwards, you play to win the game. You kick the points, and it almost cost you.
It
Yeah,
should have, to be
it
honest with you.
should've.
If Pickett wasn't a rookie, it would have cost him. Because in the late game, he could have ran that. He thought Deontay Johnson was going to get that nice little back shoulder as he scrambled, and Deontay Johnson started fading towards the middle for the open hole. It was actually the whole time he did Freiermuth.
Yeah, he was delivering good passes.
He hit Freiermuth 3 times on some dime shit, bro. Where I was just like, oh god,
Rookie mistake, but
rookie mistake. And he even said it. You see his mouth. He's like, I could have ran it home.
Yeah.
I could have ran it.
Future will be bright though.
Time was expiring, 30 some odd seconds. He runs it, gets out of bounds. It's a new set of downs. You're back in action, and you know, 15 yards, 18 yards away, if that.
That's every game.
Yeah, man. I gotta go to bed. It's 2 a.m. out here. Love y'all, man. All right, Sick as Fool. We appreciate you for stopping by, you little fucker. Can't wait for you to come back, man. Enjoy yourself. Be safe out there, bro. That was a rough game for me to sit through, bro, because you know, everything that I saw my team doing, I was just like, all right, man. You know, these fucking plays we call, and I really am questioning Canada now. I've tried to support Canada, our offensive coordinator. I keep saying, look, it's Mitch. And then we get Kenny in, and it's like the same design plays. Like, bro, we did a screen play to our backup tight end.
What are you doing?
Lost like 5 yards. It's like, bro,
What's going on here?
what are you doing a screen play if it ain't to Freiermuth of all people? And it's like he's just trying to be cute with it. But bro, we have the lowest yards per attempt in the NFL right now. With Mitch and with Kenny.
The offensive line is kind of in shambles a little
Not
bit,
really,
you know?
bro. Our offensive line is starting to really gel, bro.
I'm
We
actually-
had a
I
horrible
hope so.
offensive line. We made
I'm
some.
actually sick. I
We got
hope so.
Okafor. We brought in some guys. They're starting to get some chemistry, bro. I'm not gonna say it's my offensive line, bro. Real shit. Because Pickett didn't. What did he get sacked? Twice?
I don't think he wasn't in. But the Dolphins' defense is not the best.
But I'm saying even last game he didn't get sacked against the Bucks. I mean, he's pretty much
he
staying
got
clean.
sacked twice.
That's what I thought. Twice.
It's not bad.
It's not bad at all, bro. He's pretty much clean all game, bro. And it's just like, what the fuck, dude?
And they'll fight. They'll be in there. Hopefully, you know. I mean, like.
Look, the only positive we have is we're 2 games back from the Ravens, and we still get to play them twice. So, I mean, technically, if you want to get technical, we control our own destiny, but we got to learn with Pickett this quick, and it's difficult, bro.
Not out of it just yet. Just yet.
It hurts. Let's talk about this week and the games this week, and we can talk about what games we love this week and what games we're not touching.
The Monday night game, Bears-Patriots. I'm just staying away. That's just Patriots favored by 8.5 with the low over/under of 40. Just stay away. But I want to see what like Justin Fields got against Bill Belichick.
So I think they're going to try their best to take out Montgomery, of course. And I just don't think Justin Fields has enough to make that a game.
Yeah, right. I
And
mean,
considering the Patriots have basically shut out their last 2 opponents by triple digits. 100 to 0. But like legitimately, bro, they're getting 20, 30 points a game, no problem last 2 weeks. Shutting teams out. I mean,
they could be back.
I think
next week's games, I'm not sure. I haven't really looked at them yet to kind of even see what I.
Let's
like
go through
that
'em.
sticks
Let me hear
out.
'em.
But the Thursday game, Ravens Buccaneers, I would lean Ravens.
what's the spread?
1.5 Baltimore. Favored by
Yeah, I mean, I just don't understand, but this is the NFL for you. I can just see the Bucks winning that game somehow and just being like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah,
The team that can't put up any points, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not touching that game. Next.
Broncos,
Fuck
Jaguars in London.
that. Not touching that game.
Jacksonville favored 3.5.
Not touching it.
Yeah, tough to call there. Panthers going to the Falcons. Atlanta favored by 6.
Not touching that. The fuck?
I understand 6 is too much, but I would
You
like
get
Atlanta
but you
to win.
get misled because the Panthers just beat the Bucks and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm gonna take those 6 points, and the Falcons beat them by 40 points somehow.
Correct. Bears will be going to the Cowboys. Cowboys are favored by 10.5.
Depending on how the Bears play the Patriots tonight, that's
Correct. That's a lot.
an
of points.
easy game.
Yeah.
I know, but they just played the Lions and beat them 24-6, and they fucking sucked. That was the shittiest game I ever seen, and they
Correct.
won by like fucking
But-
12, 15
But
points.
if he doesn't fumble, they would have taken the lead. The Lions would have taken the lead late.
No, wasn't that game 24-6.
Yeah, but they scored at the end.
Oh,
It was a lot
okay,
closer
it was
than-
closer than it looked. I got you.
Exactly. So yeah, exactly. But I mean, that's why. Yeah, it's tough. I stay away. Dolphins going to the Lions. Miami favored by 3. I would lean Miami.
I'm liking the Dolphins in this game because Tua, that was his first game back. We can't be too judgmental on his almost
Correct.
having 4 picks. His
Correct.
timing was clearly
Yeah.
off. And I think that the weapons in the arsenal that the Dolphins have, I just don't think Detroit can keep up, let alone Stop. So far, that's my lock, dude. To be honest with you. So far, that's my lock.
Cardinals going to the Vikings. Vikings favored by 3.5. Little sketch. I'm staying away. Just too early, you know.
So for me, I just can't see the Vikings going 6-1, right? They'd have to go 6-1. I think that division becomes a little bit closer, the Vikings
With D-Hop
division.
back, I think
And with
Cardinals will
D-Hop
look
back,
different.
I think they're a totally different team.
Might give me some points there.
I like the points in that game, to be honest with
The
you.
Raiders-
And it's a dome, so it's not like they have to go all out of their way. Still
Raiders-
like Miami,
this
but I
might
like
be
Cardinals.
my lock into though. I said what else because I was saying the Raiders going to the Saints. Raiders are favored by 2, so I'm gonna lean Raiders here on that. They're
Raiders
0-3.
favored by 2 against the Saints.
Correct. So close to pick them. The Saints are not good. That's why
I gotta see
Andy
quarterback.
Dalton don't scare me. You feel me?
I got to see quarterback. I just find it hard to believe Andy Dalton gets rolled
Yeah.
out again.
We'll come back later. We'll post like the locks of the week, whatnot. But that might be my early one. As I said earlier, like right now, Ravens I like to win, and like Raiders close to even money that lean towards that. Patriots will go to Jets. New England favored by 2.5. Close division game. Gonna stay away from that. Your Steelers are going to Philly in the Battle of Pennsylvania.
Oh, God. What's the spread,
They're
bro?
getting 11. Philly is favored by 11. See, another one of these, like, it's early, but maybe give me the points. You know, give me that, like,
I'm not touching.
might keep it close.
I'm not touching my game, bro. You like
Yeah.
the points in that game?
I would lean it. I would lean, again, just, see, now, again, when it comes to that teaser life, when it comes to you buying points, I would like, they're going to give me 11 to start, and I can buy up to maybe 7 plus 18. I really like that a lot. But I can also be shocked if Philly off a bye steamrolls them. You can't be, you cannot be shocked. So actually, yeah, that's tough. Then Titans are going to the Texans. Why is Tennessee only favored by 1.5? That might be the lock of the week.
Say it again. Say it again. I need to hear
Tennessee
it.
going to Houston. Tennessee is favored by only 1.5. What am I missing there? I think Titans
Tennessee is going to the Texans, and somehow
only favored
they're
by
only
1.
favored by 1 point.
1.5. So early on, that might be the play right there too. It's a road game, I guess, and Texans are 0-1-1 at home.
What the fuck? They're 1-4 overall. I get it's a divisional road game for the Titans, but 1.5 points.
Yeah, the next game tough too. Commanders going to the Colts. It's Heineke versus now the backup for Indianapolis. Indy's favored by 2.5. Excuse me.
Is Wentz just?
He's out for a while. He had surgery.
Is his
so
thumb?
I think so. Yeah, he's out for a while. So that game tough to predict right there. If you got inside information there. It's like who's gonna win. Good for you. Those are tough. The next 49ers going to the Rams. San Francisco favored by 2. Now coming off of this drubbing that they just took to the Chiefs.
Yeah, with CMC getting some action now, that's a
I might
little
like
different
the
story.
Niners, and the Niners always play the Rams tough. So I know it's in the Rams' house, and they're
Niners
coming off a
own
bye.
the Rams
They
in the
do.
regular season.
They do, exactly. Okay, they beat them all those times in a row.
Didn't they already win once this year?
They did.
They did, right?
They did.
See, so I think they
In
split
San
this
Francisco.
series. I think they split.
Yeah.
Ooh, but then they got CMC too. That's a
That's a toss-up too. That's tough.
toss-up.
And then Giants going to the Seahawks. Giants are going to go to the Seahawks. Seahawks favored by 3. And that's another one of those. The Giants just don't get no respect. 6-1 team, undefeated
They
on
get
the road.
no respect, bro.
They're getting no respect. Again, so the 3 points, you're going to put a gun to my head, I would take the Giants. Maybe if that's why with line movements, it's like when these lines come out, if you think that might come down from 3 to 2.5, 2, you lock in the Giants as early as you can. But I like the plus points there. And Sunday night game is Packers going to the Bills, getting 10.5. Dang, that's a lot of points too.
We gotta close this up.
Yeah, and then lastly, Packers going to Bills, 10.5 is a lot. Monday night game is Bengals, Browns. Cincinnati going to get, Bengals are favored by 3. Those are tough. Those are all tough calls right now. Early on,
So here's what we're
we'll
gonna
lay it up later on.
do. You're gonna do some locks of the week. I'm gonna do some locks of the week. As always, Sickest Fool, me, E. We'll all do our primetime games. And you gotta come on. What? Onside kicking it for Instagram, IG.
Okay.
Onside kicking it for Twitter. Onside kicking it for TikTok. Whatever platform you guys use, and you want to see what our picks are for this primetime games. Tune the fuck in. Onside kicking it.
Onside kicking it, y'all. See y'all next week.
Hey, we have fun as always, man. We'll see y'all next week. You got anything for
Peace
me
and
tonight on the
love.
game?
Peace and love. No, today's game is hard, man. I'm saying stay away. I don't know. It's a tough call. Bears, Patriots.
I like-
Patriots should win, but there's
I
a
like
reason why
Patriots -7
they're favored by 8.5.
by 8.5.
That's a lot.
I still like Patriots -8.5.
That's a lot. I would lean on the under 40 points. I mean, if you put a gun to my head, but I think
I see that too. I see the Patriots putting up all the points and the
Yeah.
Bears just doing shit.
low scoring game.
All right, bet. Tune in to our social media platforms, you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll post our primetime games for you guys, man.